Thank you for watching my presentation, in which we'll be discussing the history and the controversy surrounding the creation of the famed Marvel alien and Spider-Man foe, Venom. Venom is a character from Marvel Comics, an extraterrestrial lifeform that appears most often alongside Spider-Man. Venom is difficult to define as a character, as he's born of the bond between Eddie Brock and an alien symbiote. His symbiotic side belongs to a race called the Clintar, which bonds with hosts. Venom's appearance is liquid-like with a changing form, though after he bonds with humans, he takes on human qualities like arms and legs. Venom is typically pictured with black protruding tendrils and a long tongue, along with big wide eyes similar to Spider-Man's mask. Venom's first appearances took place over the span of about 4 years, beginning with the development of a new suit for Spider-Man. In The Amazing Spider-Man number 252, Peter Parker received a new suit with the headline, "The Rumors Are True," after his original blue and reds were damaged in the Secret Wars event. Known as the Alien Suit, Peter's symbiotic costume responded to his thoughts and improved his strength. Reed Richards discovered that the suit was actually an alien life form, and the four helped Peter remove it for his safety. Black Cat made a similar suit for Spider-Man of harmless fabric that would let Peter fight crime in a black suit for the next 4 years of the comic run. In April of 1988 came The Amazing Spider-Man number 299, written by David Michelinie and drawn by Todd McFarlane, where readers were given a preview into the deeper thoughts of the old suit when it comes to life on its own and scares Peter's wife, Mary Jane Watson, in the dark. It is then revealed that the symbiote had bonded with Eddie Brock, a journalist who had been accidentally burned by Peter in a past crime case, and the two bonded over their hatred for the hero. From there, the character of Venom had become a recognizable foe of Spider-Man, appearing in about 35 of the books of the Amazing Spider-Man series alone. Now, who exactly was the true creator of Venom? In a video posted on Instagram in 2019, Todd McFarlane discussed his story of how Venom came into fruition. McFarlane says that he came into the Spider-Man office after doing the Hulk, and they wanted him to do Spider-Man in his black costume, and he didn't want to draw the black costume as it meant nothing to him. He wanted to draw the red and blue. The minds in charge of Spider-Man at the time promised him that if he came onto Spider-Man on The Amazing Spider-Man number 298, he'd be able to get rid of the black Spider-Man costume eventually, so McFarlane agreed. He drew concept art of Spider-Man back in his classic costume and reanimated Spider-Man's symbiotic suit as a character he called Venom, and passed it to David Michelinie. With the release of issue 300, McFarlane finally got his wish as Venom was finally united with Eddie Brock to become a singular foe.
So, essentially, 300 is the origin of Venom, but to me, it's how the hell do we get this goddamn black costume off Peter Parker issue?
McFarlane's claim of credit didn't exactly go over well with co-creator and writer of the issue, David Michelinie. In 1993, Michelinie wrote to Wizard magazine to ask that they change McFarlane's title of co-creator of Venom. In this letter, Michelinie explains that Venom had been long planned by the time that McFarlane had actually signed onto Spider-Man in issue number 298. Though his letter was rather polite and complimented McFarlane, it elicited an emotional response from fellow comic book creator Eric Larson, who wrote his own response in calling Michelinie a clown and stating that it was the design of Venom that gave the character such a claim to fame. Larson continues to say that Eddie Brock himself is a one-dimensional and uncompelling character, and Venom wouldn't have become so iconic without McFarlane's mind attached. Michelinie has since written about this issue as the topic was revived with the release of the 2021 movie Venom, Let There Be Carnage. In a new Facebook post written on October 6th of 2021, Michelinie again faced the subject of Venom's ownership. He states that, had Todd McFarlane not worked on Spider-Man, the character of Venom would have still been created, but under another artist that may not have done as well. However, had Michelinie himself not worked on Spider-Man, Venom would have never been brought to life, as it was his idea that McFarlane expanded upon. Furthermore, Michelinie recounts the appearance of an unnamed and unshown character in the comic Web of Spider-Man number 18 of 1985. Peter Parker is pushed in front of a subway train and is nearly hit, though his quick actions save him. Though he appears to be in shock by onlookers, it's revealed that what truly spooked Peter was that his spidey senses hadn't detected the attacker or the danger before it happened. And this brings us to Randy Schueller. In 2007, the website Comic Book Resources received a message from a fan that claimed to be the original brains behind the Venom storyline at Marvel. This fan identified himself as Randy Schueller. According to Schueller, as a lifelong fan of Spider-Man, he wanted to see Spider-Man's powers and stickiness upgraded. He submitted a story idea for a new black suit for Spidey. Schueller received a check for $220 to buy the rights to his story, and he was encouraged to submit more versions of his ideas. Though his scripts didn't get further than brainstorming, he was excited to see Spider-Man in a black suit a year later in 1984's Secret Wars, and shocked to see Venom developed out of this. In more recent years, following the release of the Venom solo film by Sony, he was at least given a small nod and credit.
I got him. He's in the alley behind the Schueller building.
It is also important to note that, when discussing the transformation of the Secret Wars black suit into the character of Venom, that the Secret Wars suit was not originally created with the intention of a character being born of it. Venom was instead inspired by that suit's short run, so the creation of the black suit itself was a stepping stone for Venom, rather than a planned part of his origination. Furthermore, the 2019 comic The Sensational Spider-Man Self-Improvement was inspired by Schueller's original plot, and he was given credit for this under the writer's title. Though the comic itself didn't follow Schueller's plot fully, it featured his original design ideas for Peter's black suit, such as the red emblem. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new about the character of Venom.